Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of luxury and excess with a look at 6 overpriced cars you should avoid in 2025. These are vehicles that might tempt you with their sleek designs and impressive performance figures, but trust me, there are more practical and financially sound options out there. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos about the latest and greatest in the automotive world. Now let's get into it. First up, we have the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport, a car that needs no introduction. It's the epitome of automotive extravagance, a masterpiece of engineering, and a testament to what's possible when money is no object. But is it worth the astronomical price tag? The Chiron Super Sport starts at a cool $3.9 million. And those options aren't cheap. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars for a special paint job, hundreds of thousands for bespoke interior trim, and the list goes on. For the same money, you could buy a fleet of high-performance sports cars, a luxurious mansion, or even a private jet. So, what do you get for your millions? Well, you get a car that's insanely fast, capable of reaching speeds that would make a fighter pilot blush. You get a car that's beautifully crafted, with every detail meticulously designed and executed. But here's the thing, you can get 80% of that experience for a fraction of the price with other cars on the market. Cars that are still incredibly fast, incredibly luxurious, and incredibly capable, but without the Bugatti badge or the Bugatti price premium. It's a car that's more about status than substance, more about bragging rights than driving enjoyment. It's a statement piece, a piece of automotive art, but not necessarily a car you'd want to drive every day. Next up, we have a car that's synonymous with luxury, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's the car of choice for celebrities, royalty, and anyone who wants to make a grand entrance. But is all that luxury worth the hefty price tag? The Phantom starts at around $500,000, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. With Rolls-Royce, customization is the name of the game, and those bespoke touches can quickly add hundreds of thousands of dollars to the final price. The craftsmanship is impeccable, the materials are top-notch, and the ride is like floating on a cloud. But there are other luxury sedans out there that offer a similar level of comfort and refinement for a fraction of the price. Cars like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the BMW 7 Series, and the Audi A8 are all fantastic vehicles that provide a truly luxurious experience without breaking the bank. So, what are you really paying for when you buy a Phantom? You're paying for the prestige of the Rolls-Royce name, the history, and the heritage. But from a purely objective standpoint, the Phantom is a car that's hard to justify rationally. There are simply too many other luxury cars out there that offer a similar level of opulence and performance for a lot less money. Now let's talk about a car that's designed to turn heads and set hearts racing, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. It's a beast of a machine, a rolling testament to Italian engineering and design. But is it worth the price of admission? The Aventador SVJ starts at around $574,000. But like all supercars, the options list is long and expensive, and while the SVJ is undeniably a special car, it's also a car that comes with a few caveats. First, it's not exactly a comfortable car to drive daily. It's loud, it's harsh, and it's not particularly practical. But hey, that's part of its charm, right? Second, the Aventador SVJ, like many Lamborghinis before it, has a bit of a reputation for reliability issues, and when you're spending close to $600,000 on a car, the last thing you want to be worried about is whether or not it's going to start in the morning. Supercars in general are not known for holding their value, and the Aventador SVJ is unlikely to be an exception. Just be prepared to pay a hefty price for the privilege. Next on our list is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, Ferrari's first foray into the world of plug-in hybrid supercars. It's a technological tour de force, a car that seamlessly blends blistering performance with impressive fuel efficiency. But is it worth the Ferrari premium? The SF90 Stradale starts at around $625,000, but that's before you start adding any of Ferrari's notoriously expensive options. And believe me, the options list is extensive. Now there's no denying that the SF90 Stradale is an incredible car. It's blisteringly fast, capable of sprinting from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mind-bending 2.5 seconds. It's also surprisingly fuel efficient for a car with this much performance potential thanks to its hybrid powertrain. But here's the thing, the SF90 Stradale is a car that's competing in a very crowded and very competitive segment. There are other hybrid supercars out there that offer similar levels of performance and technology for a lot less money. So, what are you really paying for when you buy an SF90 Stradale? You're paying for the Ferrari badge, the Ferrari heritage, and the Ferrari mystique. But from a purely objective standpoint, the SF90 Stradale is a car that's hard to justify rationally. Moving on, we come to the Bentley Mulsanne, a car that exudes old-world charm and sophistication. It's the kind of car that wouldn't look out of place parked in front of a stately manor or a five-star hotel. But is it worth the hefty price tag in today's market? The Mulsanne starts at over $300,000, and that's before you factor in any optional extras, which, as you might expect from a Bentley, are plentiful and pricey. Now, there's no denying that the Mulsanne is a luxurious car. The interior is swathed in acres of leather and wood, the seats are like armchairs, and the ride is supremely comfortable. But here's the thing, the Mulsanne is a car that's starting to show its age. It's been on the market for over a decade, and while it's received a few updates over the years, it's still essentially the same car it was back in 2010. And in today's world of cutting-edge technology and advanced driver assistance systems, the Mulsanne feels a bit behind the times. So, what are you really paying for when you buy a Mulsanne? You're paying for the Bentley badge, the Bentley heritage, and the Bentley experience. But from a purely objective standpoint, the Mulsanne is a car that's hard to justify rationally. Last but not least, we have the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, a car that's as beautiful as it is powerful. It's the kind of car that James Bond would drive if he were a real person, a car that exudes style, sophistication, and a hint of danger. But is it worth the Aston Martin price tag? The DBS Superleggera starts at over $300,000, and that's before you start adding any optional extras, which, as you might expect from a car of this caliber, are plentiful and pricey. Now, there's no denying that the DBS Superleggera is a special car. It's drop-dead gorgeous, with a design that's both elegant and aggressive. It's also incredibly powerful, thanks to its 5.2-liter supercharged V12 engine that produces 715 horsepower. But here's the thing, the DBS Superleggera is a car that's not without its flaws. For starters, it's not the most practical car in the world. The back seats are tiny, and the trunk is surprisingly small for a car of this size. It's also not the most reliable car in the world. And when you're spending over $300,000 on a car, the last thing you want to be worried about is whether or not it's going to start in the morning. So, what are you really paying for when you buy a DBS Superleggera? You're paying for the Aston Martin badge, the Aston Martin heritage, and the Aston Martin experience. But from a purely objective standpoint, the DBS Superleggera is a car that's hard to justify rationally. So, there you have it. 6 overpriced cars you should avoid in 2025. While these cars are undeniably impressive in their own right, they all come with a hefty price tag that's hard to justify, especially when there are so many other great cars on the market that offer similar levels of performance, luxury, and technology for a fraction of the price. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on the latest in the automotive world. See you in the next video.